The one on the left side is the serious one.
I'm finger banging it. Look at it. Oh yeah. Nice and lubed.
Yeah, I thought there were two.
Luckily, like I said, luckily it's not in the...
The one on the left side is the serious one.
I'm finger banging it. Look at it. Oh yeah. Nice and lubed. YouTube, what's up, what's up, what's up? Mr. Boom here. I know I have been lacking with the comment lately. Comment content. I apologize for that. It is currently Friday evening. As you can hear, I am in the single cab. Let me put my seatbelt on because it's annoying. We being me and you guys, are headed to the track right now. We are going to see if we can learn how to cut a tree down very well. There is a 7-0 shootout tomorrow at the same track. After my last outing at the track and seeing how consistent it was in the 8th mile, literally 7.0 all 5 runs that I made, all the 60 foots were pretty consistent. Full weight, didn't take anything out of the truck. I was like, well, heck, might as well see if we can't actually win some money. It looks like there's a $1,000 payout tomorrow, so if I can learn to cut a proper tree, I might win some money tomorrow. So we're gonna run to the gas station, throw a little bit of 93 in here, stop by the parts store, and get some octanium, some octane booster, just because, want to make sure that we've got good quality fuel in here, and yeah, see if we can't win some money tomorrow. So stay tuned for some progress and updates on here, and it'll be fun. Alrighty, boys and girls, we are at the track, going through tech right now. Decent little turnout so far. There's quite a few vehicles here. Yeah, so gonna get this thing through tech real quick, and it looks like they are letting folks run already. And yeah, there's a Lancer over there with some laundry hanging off the back of it. Okay, but yeah, gonna go through tech, check the air pressure in the tires, see how warm the blower feels. If it's not too bad, I might make a little quick hit and go from there. Stay tuned. We're here, we're teched in, and I pulled over, and instantly truck starts showing up. So looks like it's gonna be a fun night. Gonna check the tire pressure real quick and see if we can't make some passes. There we go. Much better. Old girl did what she was supposed to. Still not the best, but was an upgrade over the last one. Right out of 7.0. Let's go. Decent, like I said, little turnout tonight. Was gonna enter the little cash days tonight, but it's only 6.0 and 7.5. There was no 7.0 people. This Dakota is nasty. Single turbo. He's close to breaking into the 10s. The Labs here with their nasty Mitsubishi. Trackhawk. Full on dragster. A beautiful bully. Drag that ALS. Yeah, solid little turnout. Not bad. Started to do a little burnout on the track, unfortunately, but still decent. I built up a little bit of RPM a little too much, but it is what it is. Well, as you can see, check engine light. You're probably wondering how I got here. Let me show you. Had a killer time at the track tonight. Was headed home, passing a car, a little bit of stuttering, some misfiring, and bye-bye. Definitely not how I expected the evening to go. Definitely not how I wanted it to go. But that is part of it. I literally hit 10,000 miles at the track today. It was a good 10,000 miles. I wasn't data logging because, like I said, I was on the interstate passing a vehicle. Wasn't doing anything crazy. It is what it is. So, needless to say, I am not going to the shootout event tomorrow. I'm going to be home crying all day. because I can't drive my truck. No, it is what it is. Gonna check and see if gonna be covered under warranty, whether it be through Ford or Whipple. If not, then gotta buy a new engine, new short block. It is what it is, but yeah, fun night otherwise. So stay tuned for the next video, and we'll see what the plan is for old girl. Boom. Well, wifey showed up in the Maverick. About to do real truck stuff. Got her hooked up.
Never a dull moment.
Alrighty. This is fun stuff. Engine really said boom. I hate my life. The reason why boom is such a big deal is because not only do I blow businesses up to be successful, I blow engines up. So, we are currently in the parking lot. We use the Maverick to get the truck in the parking lot. I've got Mrs. Boom in the truck, manually turn the wheels. We're gonna back it up into that spot, and by back it up, I'm going to push the piece of shit into the spot. And the reason why we're putting it into that spot is so that I've got a clear path to load her up on the trailer tomorrow. So, here we go. Off the brake.
It's off the brake.
Okay. Okay, stop turning it. Put on the brake.
Huh?
Put on the brake.
You good?
Keep your hand off the brake.
Okay, strong man.
Stop. Put on the brake. All right, let your foot off the brake and let it roll forward.
Do you want me to mess with the steering wheel at all?
No. Like, let it off the brake completely. Straighten up. Straighten up. Turn to the right. Because I want it centered.
All right.
Okay, stop. Spot. So you should be able, because I'm going to get you rolling, you should be able to turn the wheel accordingly.
Yeah. Ready?
1, 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right, you're good.
Brake.
Yep.
Get turn the key over. Oh man! If it ain't one thing, it's not another. Battery's dead.
At least it's in the spot.
But yeah, we got her in the spot. Rolling. You should be able to turn the wheel accordingly.
Yeah. Ready?
1, 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right, you're good.
Brake.
Yep.
Ready? You don't need the key.
Huh?
I said you don't need the key. So to this.
It looks literally like pretty much just straightforward.
Well, forgot the connection for the winch, so we're doing it old-fashioned. Fun stuff. Well, we got the old dud loaded up, as you guys just saw. Forgot to bring cables for the winch to let it off the trailer, so I did it the old-fashioned way, ratchet strapped it. Got it nice and centered on the trailer properly. You can see everything sitting nice and level. My favorite part about all of it is oil puddle over there, oil puddle over here.
Oh, jeez.
Babe.
Babe.
And we're already getting some oil down there. So, gonna get her home, pull the Whipple off, pull the tires off the front, pull the fenders out, and see what the damage is. Gonna get old girl strapped down and live up to boom. One might say, boom. Alrighty, boys and girls, we have made it to the neighborhood. Just dropped wifey off at the house. She's pulling the demo out of the driveway, her demo out of the driveway. I am flipping the truck around so I can pull into the driveway face first. And the reason why I'm going to do it that way is so that I can unload the truck to where the truck, when I go to push it into the garage, it's unloaded face first to where I can have it face first into the garage. And if I pull into the driveway, because it's in an upward angle, pulling out, it'll make it easier to roll forward into the driveway instead of having it to where I've got to push it at a slight upward angle. This way I can literally just let it roll into the driveway. So, going to whistle while I work, let the turbos make some noises, and yeah, so kind of sucks. But yeah. So as I was saying, as you can see, it's kind of at a downward angle. It's hard to get it on camera like that, but the way that I'm going to do it is going to raise the tongue of the trailer up a good bit to where it sits rather level, push her off, and then I'm going to pull the truck all the way forward, and it'll be at a good angle there, and I can literally just into the garage. So here goes that. RIP. What is going on, YouTube? Mr. Boom here. We have the single cab back at the house. Got it unloaded, as you guys saw in the last video. Got her pushed into the garage, fully assembled. Still, unfortunately, tossed some cardboard under there, and it looks like, oh yeah, still leaking. She's leaking. So, going to start the disassembly process today. Gonna get the truck jacked up, get the front wheels off. Honestly, probably gonna go ahead and pull the whole front end off just to make my life easier, unfortunately, which will make my life harder as well, but it is what it is. The truck ultimately is going to need a new engine. I feel that wholeheartedly, so the only logical next steps are going to be to make it to where I can get the engine out easily. I unfortunately don't have a lift here at the house. I would just pull the cab as well. It would make things super easy to access the motor and transmission, but it is what it is. The shop, our shop, the Bullseye Custom Auto shop, boom, is still a little bit from being done. Otherwise the truck would be there and we would mess with it there. So, gonna go ahead and get started on the teardown and see what kind of carnage we have. So, stay tuned, and if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button for what's gonna turn into an epic build. I guess it's just time to go ahead and do what was destined to be and turn this truck into a race truck. So, here we go. What is going on, YouTube? Mr. Boom here. We have the single cab back at the house. Got it unloaded, as you guys saw in the last video. Got her pushed into the garage, fully assembled. Still, unfortunately, tossed some cardboard under there, and it looks like, oh yeah, still leaking. She's leaking. So, going to start the disassembly process today. Gonna get the truck jacked up, get the front wheels off. Honestly, probably gonna go ahead and pull the whole front end off just to make my life easier, unfortunately, which will make my life harder as well, but it is what it is. The truck ultimately is going to need a new engine. I feel that wholeheartedly, so the only logical next steps are going to be to make it to where I can get the engine out easily. I unfortunately don't have a lift here at the house. I would just pull the cab as well. It would make things super easy to access the motor and transmission, but it is what it is. The shop, our shop, the Bullseye Custom Auto shop, boom, is still a little bit from being done. Otherwise the truck would be there and we would mess with it there. So, gonna go ahead and get started on the teardown and see what kind of carnage we have. So, stay tuned, and if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button for what's gonna turn into an epic build. I guess it's just time to go ahead and do what was destined to be and turn this truck into a race truck. So, here we go.
Yeah, it is building a memorial ground to the people for the Royal Turnpike, and if you really wanted to raise people, you could do that. Royal Turnpike is cool back in the day. Now, as canals go out the way, 2 feet away, yeah, and you'll move all of it.
All right, go ahead.
Slowly pouring.
All right. see if I can find the leak. We got her to drip. And it's coming from the passenger side.
I can see it a little bit better over here.
I think it looks like
I can see. I can see it.
the hole.
Yeah.
Where's it at?
Let me. I can't tell. It looks like there might be a bolt missing.
There's no bolt missing.
And then, yeah, that's where the hole is. But that's exactly where the shit's coming from.
You're recording with the camera, babe.
Oh.
And now you're getting oil all over the phone. Turn the camera around.
There it is, right there.
There's a literal hole
Yeah.
in the block or the oil pan?
I think it's the oil pan.
All right, pause. Recording.
Yep.
Well, we found where the oil is coming from. I didn't vent the block, but as you see, nice little hole in the oil pan. So, she's toasted. Gonna wait to see what buddy that has a shop says, if he wants to go ahead and pull the engine or what, but at least now we know where the hole's at. It's, you know, not being in the block is a good sign. It means the block itself might be salvageable, so we'll see. Fingers crossed that we can get this taken care of and have her back on the road ASAP. I've got some sponsors that I need to get content for, and I don't like not driving my truck. So stay tuned for more updates. So, as you guys saw, get the camera set up, we are currently in the process of now getting the next steps of tearing the truck apart and seeing what exactly failed in the engine. I'm also looking into seeing what can be done as far as going with a build short block, because obviously that's next on the chopping block. It doesn't make sense to put a stock engine back in there if the truck's already got a blown engine. I don't think that it was anything to do with the Whipple tune or, you know, anything like that. Stock engine vehicles blow their engines all the time. I have driven the truck very hard. At SEMA, I was on the rev limiter probably a solid 2.5, 3 minutes. It's part of it. When you double the horsepower of a vehicle, you run the risk. Curious to see if any of it had to do with the new oil pump system, or if it was just maybe the truck went lean. It was nice and cold, negative DA outside, and stuff happens. So I want to make sure and preface this, I guess not really preface it since it's the end of the video, but make sure everybody knows that it had nothing to do with the Whipple tune. The truck ran and drove flawlessly, shifted proper, and all that stuff. It's just one of those instances where things happen. So next up, like I said, is to try to figure out if we can go ahead and do a built short block, and the plan is fully built, sleeved, all the big stuff. If I could go with a 5.2 setup, that would be spectacular. The GT500, not the GT350, do the cross plane, obviously, but we'll see. And like I said, waiting on shop space. Like I mentioned, not having a lift here at the house is frustrating, but that's going to be next up, is pulling the cab, pulling the engine. Going to go ahead and do the transmission while we're at it, and see what exactly failed and see just how bad it is. Luckily, like I mentioned, you know, the engine block itself, no holes in it, thank goodness. So Might use that engine block and use it as a base to put a built engine in the 4-door and have that squared away as well. So we will see, and stay tuned for the carnage. Boom. Literally, boom.